So everybody on Twitter is locking their accounts so that they can get more viewership somehow. And I don't really understand what it is that they're actually doing or anything like that. I'm not really how can I say, I didn't really care that much, to be honest with you. But it's been circulating enough that I have at least developed an opinion on it that I figured I would share with you guys. Elon Musk was even locking his account, trying to test it to see if it's actually causing people to I'm sorry, the cat is walking behind the blinds here. I'm just trying to make sure that she didn't mess anything up. But anyways, yeah, like just trying to see if this was actually some type of glitch that's causing people to get more viewership or something like that. I don't know. And all I'm going to say is that people's obsession with this viewership is so damaging, for my opinion. It's just like, and don't get me wrong now, don't get me wrong. I understand that there is incentive to behave in this way, like to gain a following online gets you all kind of benefits and money and all kind of compensation. So I understand why people are doing it, but that has never been an excuse to act in a way that would be damaging to yourself. And it's just like this obsession, this total reworking of the human mind to totally think about like conversation from, I guess you could even say me talking to you, in this way through a YouTube video is the same thing. But the reason that I'm doing it in a spoken word format by myself without any gimmicks or anything like that is to kind of reduce it to a raw or a more raw state than what we currently consume, and get us a little bit more used to, just taking in less polished media and less social media. Like it's getting to a point where, it's an obsession, and nothing has gripped people so vastly, I would not believe, as social media and technology in general. When I say nothing, I mean like drugs and alcohol or gambling. Nothing has cast such a broad net to catch so many people up in the implications. Think about how many of your people that spend at least 1 hour on social media every day, or on their phones just looking at content. And I'm not saying that that's terrible or that 1 hour is even an unhealthy amount, but I'm just speaking about how pervasive it is. How many people do you know who smoke marijuana? Is it as many people that have a Facebook and Twitter account? Same thing with even watching cable television. That would have been the most broadcast net before this. And then people still, usually couldn't afford television sometimes. Not in my generation, but like I'm saying that there were other setbacks, and some people just don't like television. And some people, the thing about social media is that it's so perfect. It's got something for everybody. Say you like the outdoors and you like hunting. Well, you still want to study different techniques and learn different ways and find out about different equipment. Well, the internet is the place for you, as to where television wasn't always necessarily that, you see? And it's just something that is just driving people to the point of a strange place. I'm not going to claim that I know where it's going to go, and I'm not going to be some doomsayer that's going to say this is the death of us all, but I will say that human beings are evolving and changing, probably even at a genetic level or whatever, based off of the things that we are introducing to ourselves technologically. And it's something that should be studied, probably is being studied. Hopefully it's not only being studied by people who want to use those to manipulate us for the worst. Maybe we should, and maybe we should definitely, moderation is the key. And I'm not just talking about the amount of time that people spend on social media, any given social media platform. I'm also talking about the way that they interact with one another. Tribal mentalities, mob mentalities, like this obsession with being right, not conceding your point, and people who talk about how they want to have open dialogue, but they'll ignore anybody who has an opposing opinion of theirs and only cherry pick out things that kind of like, I'm not saying all the time, and this isn't everybody, but everybody is exemplifying at least one of these characteristics, including myself at times. And it's something that we just need to remain cognizant of so we can mitigate the harm that gets done by these kind of things. Am I right or wrong? Who knows?